Alright guys, we're back in my daily. Drove to work one day, everything was fine. Go to leave work, the car was substantially louder. So we're gonna fire it up so you can hear it. So that's way too loud. Turned out, just did a quick look underneath. This guy right here. It cracked. I'm going to show you once I jack it up. But it cracked a little bit. I replaced this about 3 years ago. Back in 2019. That's the last time Amazon said I ordered one. So it's pretty much right after the header. That guy right there. So I'm going to show you how to change them. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Yeah. Jack up the car. You throw some heat on all your exhaust bolts. Remove the O2 sensor. This guy, that guy will come out and this guy will come back in. $80 for 3 years. Okay. I'll go with it. So we'll throw this one in. I'll show you how it's done. Alright guys, we're jacked up. I already tried removing one of these. Unfortunately, it broke. So we're gonna have to add a crap ton more. I did add heat on that one, but she didn't go. So this one will be a crap ton more heat. We got our pulverizer on there. And then the rear one. These rears. These rears definitely look like they're going to ruin my day. I did add a bunch of anti-seize stuff to these 3 years ago, but just, the heat just gets rid of all that crap. So we'll see what happens. If not, we'll have to get new hardware for the rear. We did get new hardware for the front because they are like the specialty type bolts. Oh my, kicking stuff. So we're gonna heat this up and try and tickle on it and see what happens. Got our trusty propane torch. Let her go to town. Be nice if it came out. Like I said, the other side ain't bad because I have something to grab onto with a vice grip. So I'll show you all the part numbers. All the things. You need 2 different gaskets, and I always get the hardware kit for up front. Doing this in real time. cherry red would be the best. Cherry color. Let's try tickling on that. Oh boy. Oh, that's a... Alright, I'm back on. Here we go. Well, that one also broke. It did wind up going a little bit further down than that one, but we still have plenty of thread to grab it and get it all the way out. And if we have to, we'll get new nuts. So we're going to go to the back side. I'm just going to heat it up and we'll see what happens. I'm going to let the stuff cool down because it's stupid hot. And then we'll go to the back side and see what we can do there. I don't think we're going to have much results. Alright, so the bolts. Alright, so the bolts in the back actually cooperated. I was able to get both of them out without breaking them. So that's a huge plus. So we are free there. The only thing we have left, we just unhooked our O2 sensor guy here. We'll undo him on the ground. Now we should be able to start finagling this guy out. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Sweet. All right. So, do they look like the same part? Yes, they do. I believe so. Yeah. So as you can see, they're the same part. We got our O2 sensor out. That's our spacer, so that way we don't get our CEL. We'll heat him up. We'll unthread him. As you can see, she cracked right there, right where they make their like little rib joint crap. So, what else do we have to do before we put the new one in? Well, we need our little screwdriver here. Let's get back under. This donut gasket has to come undone. We have a new one. So throw him out of the way. And we'll just verify that there's no crap in there. There's usually a gasket, but I don't see one on there, so it should be on the pipe right here. Yep, so we're good there. So I'm going to go grab the new gaskets and hardware. I'm going to show you guys all the part numbers that you need. I'm also, like I said, going to heat him up, remove him, transfer him, so that way it's ready to rock and roll. And that'll be that. Alright guys, let me show you the situation going on here. We got one out. We actually have threads in there. That one's being stubborn. I might cut him from the top with a tool and then drive the threads back out. Got our nut keying up right there. Here's our parts we got. 31533, 31374. We got flat crush gasket, and we got a new donut. And we got this guy, 36454, which is all new hardware springs, 2 bolts, 2 washers. They are pretty fucking... I don't know why the video cut off. No idea why the video cut off, but like I said, we hit it with an impact. She came right off. But again, I don't know if I'm even going to bother reusing nuts since we do have threads in this aftermarket header here. So the nut is kind of pretty much useless. So next up is to heat him up. Get that O2 up, put the O2 in, get that other bolt out, and then we can start reassembling. Well, the one part of the spacer came off, but the other part was being stubborn, so that's why we removed him. We're going to see if we can get him to go. Have it. So you'll need a 22 millimeter. Again, the DeWalt Masterpiece set does have a 22 mil. We're out. Threads didn't get boogered up, so that's good. Gotta wait for them to cool down. We'll anti-seize the shit out of it yet again. I don't know if it helps or not at this point. We'll anti-seize it. Put him into there. This guy into here, and start putting everything back together. So pretty simple, straightforward. We did get that other bolt out. The nut actually unthreaded from the top, and then from the bottom I just used channel locks and screwed it in. So that's that. And I think my DoorDash order's here, so I'm gonna eat. Yep, I'm gonna eat and then get back to this guy. So I made a mistake. 31533 will not work. It does work, but not for our application. You need a 31600 up here. That 31533 is all the way in the back by the muffler. I screwed up. Big deal. It happens. But the show must go on, right? And it's my car, so if it does leak, which it probably will, I'll get the correct one. But anyway, to assemble these, if you get the super cheap ones like I did, it's going to be that spring, and this spaces it all out, right? And so the thing with the spring is you want to leave dome side facing down. You Jeep guys know what I'm talking about. Kind of acts like a lock washer in a way. And other than that, anti-seize is your friend, even though it didn't help us this time around. But we started hand threading them. We want to leave them pretty loose because we want to then get the back. I put the gasket on once once we actually start working on the back, because it's just gonna fall out if you don't. So that's all that. We're gonna get this guy bolted up. There's really nothing else to it. Maybe check for leaks. We'll see if that original one holds. If it doesn't, all you gotta do is remove the 2 bolts, pop out that donut, pop in the new one, and we're good. So that's all that. Just wanted to show you something. This bolt kit, this one I got tightened up already. You see how it gets crushed? So you got to make sure that sleeve goes through this flange and is bottomed out on that flange. I use like a screwdriver to kind of hold it up, and I zipped it through, and I always hand tight everything in the end. But that's that. And you know, I just have 2 new stainless bolts. I couldn't find regular nuts, so the nylon's got to melt out of those. But that's really it. So once we get those tightened up, we already did the O2 sensor clip. That's it. She will be done. As always, check for leaks, but use your hand. Seems like we're golden. So, doing good. And that's that, folks. Time to clean up.